This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and he's got it! Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew. Guys, we are back, man. The 49ers won a preseason game, and there were some surprising things to take away from it. We're going to hear from the head coach, Kyle Shanahan. We're going to see what players they allow to speak at the podium. Hopefully, we get to hear from one of the surprising things from this game, one of the surprising players, but I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to run through some formalities really quick, guys. Get in here, show some love, and find somebody, man. No one's bringing you the energy like this. Listen, follow some of our most social media pages. We have Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Those handles are Nothing But 9 ERS. That is the number 9, Nothing But 9 ERS. We also have Facebook and Twitch. Those handles are Nothing But Niners. That is spelled all the way out. Hit that like button, subscribe to this YouTube page if this is your first time here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. When you stumble across it, make sure you like and subscribe, all right? And then turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. For the people over on the East Coast, all right, shout out to you guys. I am here with you guys. It's almost 11:30, and I just wanted to let you guys know that next week, the game doesn't start until 10 p.m. Eastern. That means that we are going to be doing an overreaction show at 1 o'clock. Ooh, so be ready, man. Be ready. I want to see where my soldiers are that day, all right? Guys, make sure you guys get all in here. We got to go through this game, man, one by one. But for those of you who are new here, maybe y'all don't know what we do after a win, but it's victory shot time, man. We take a couple of victory shots here. Now, we are in preseason form. Let me take this border off. Let me take this border off so you guys can see my page and my handle over there. All right. If you guys don't know, you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I am there, right there. Mike Andrews 83. You guys can give me a follow over there on Twitter. All right. Listen, I'm going to post a link. I don't know who wants to join. I'm going to do this just for the victory shots. All right. Then we're going to hear from Kyle. We're going to try to see if we can get into regular season mode. This is our preseason as well. All right, so you guys can click the link to join for victory shots. All right, we are doing one time and one time only because a lot of us have work in the morning, okay? Join for victory shots. If nobody wants to join, that is absolutely okay with me, all right? But we're going to get everybody in here at one time for the victory shots. Let's see who wants to join. The link is in the show right there at the bottom of the screen. All right, let's see who wants to join. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds. Some big takeaways. All right. Brandon Ayuk is way more valuable than what y'all thought. I'm going to tell y'all right now because these wide receivers out here are bums. These wide receivers, there was one shining star. There was one shining star. But for those of you out there who were saying, hey, Mike, hey, Faithful, we don't necessarily need Brandon Ayuk. Anybody can go and get it done. You were wrong. You were wrong. Okay? It's preseason. It's backups. And if these wide receivers were as good as we thought they were, if this system can get anybody open, we wouldn't have seen the struggles that we saw. I'm going to touch on it later. Not going to get into it right now. I see some people popping in for the victory shots. I lost my man's camera. He was on camera, and then he went away. I see the lovely Leslie in the building. Time to bring her in. I'll wait for her to fit. You ready? She's ready down there. Here she goes. There she is. Hey, Leslie. How you doing, love?
Good morning. Oh, good. You're not morning yet, are you? Where are you?
Almost. I got another 32 minutes.
Another 30 minutes. Hey, welcome. Hello from Modesto, California.
There you go. You guys are still doing it over there. My man Steve is in the building. What's up, Steve?
Hey,
Not
Steve.
much, man. Yep.
I've got my non-alcoholic victory shot all set.
There you go. All right. My man Terry Dome, let's get him in here. TD, what's going
There
on,
he
big
is.
dog?
The bishop's in the house.
Yes.
What's up? What's up?
There he is. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, I think it's
Hello, the lovely Leslie. Steven, what's up, man?
Not much.
guys, I think it's just gonna be the four of us this evening. So I want to thank you guys. You know what? I got a special I got a nice little banner I can put on our little overlay for the four of us. Make it a little bit cleaner there, man. Victory shots, guys. The 49ers defeat the Saints in a absolutely meaningless game, except for some position battles. And man, oh man, were some lines defined. We're going to break all that down. But let's take these victory shots as a family. I will give you guys the floor afterwards so you can share some of your thoughts. All right, raise those glasses. All right, through the lips, past the gums. Watch out, tummy. Here it comes. Let's go, baby. On that big. We're going to go right around the circle here. We're going to go Leslie. We're going to go Steve. Then we're going to go Terradome. Then I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to hear from Kyle Shanahan. I'll share my thoughts on the game, and then we're going to make this a quick one. But thank you guys for participating. I sincerely appreciate it. Leslie, love, the floor is yours.
Okay. Yes, I agree with you. We need BA back. If it was just all about the system, then we wouldn't have seen any struggles at all tonight. That being said, I think Dobbs has secured his position as our QB2. He looked fabulous. I was very impressed with young Mordecai, so I'm hoping he will be on the practice squad. Allen kind of struggled a little bit, but he still showed some moxie, which was good. Our defense looked a little bit better, but I'm always worried about tackling techniques. I know I'm old school, but I see too many slips. And I have to say, just for a sentimental favorite, it was so good to see the cheetah back on the field.
Rita, yes.
He has always been one of my favorites. Believe it or not, him and Jason Verrett. I would like to see Jason Verrett signed so he could retire a Niner. That's how much I like that guy. But but it was just good to see him back. All in all, I was impressed again with the defense. And again, for some position battles, I think that that Mustafa kid, we're going to see a lot of Lion King memes. This that's all I'm saying. So it was good to see. It was good to see a solid game.
Yes.
And the mistakes can be tweaked. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But so my biggest issue really right now is tackling technique.
Yeah. It could be a lot worse, that's for sure. And again, we'll break it all down. Leslie, thank you so much. You shared some very, very good thoughts, some things that we're going to continue to touch on throughout the show. But thank you so much for joining. You have a wonderful evening, all right?
You got it. Go Niners.
All right. Go Niners. All right, Steven, you are up next. What's going on, my man? Give us your thoughts.
As far as the QB2 goes, I would like to see Tanner Mordecai in the early going of the next game, not in the fourth quarter. I want to see him in the first or second quarter and see how he does, with more reps. Because he looked good to me. He looked impressive.
He looked decisive. I will say that he didn't look like he was lost out there.
Right.
When he was going through his reads quickly from what I could see. And when the play broke down, you saw that long scramble where he ran all the way around the field. I think he only picked up like 3 yards, 2 or 3 yards on the play. But it was good to see him go through the progression, see that there was nothing there, identify, roll out, and scramble to the right. It was a good looking play right there. Just to see the quick heads up, the moment not be too big for the guy. His first time out there, so that was very, very good to see.
And I have a question for you: is Tariq Owen still on the team or no?
I don't think so anymore. I believe he was here, and then something happened where an injury or something like that. But then he reverted. I forget exactly what happened, but he was here, and I don't think he's there now.
Okay. Yeah, because like he's one person I was trying to look for. I was like, is he on the team or not? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't see our running back that we drafted this year. What's his name? That Breezy likes.
Oh, Isaac Garindo.
Yeah.
Garindo is no, but he's injured. He's not doing anything right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's injured. Damn.
Yeah, they were all
What do you think they're gonna be? You know what I'm saying?
Did you, Pterodome, did you hear the reality set on my man? That was the heaviest damn I've heard in the logs.
That was good. Well, damn.
I tried.
Yeah, Steven. Yeah, no. This might be a red shirt year for him. I don't know how much of we're going to see of him at all, if anything, this season. So the Niners will end up stashing him and getting to keep him that way. But it's the way it's supposed to be. They do that all the time. They get a rookie or two that they like and they stash him. So I think this is going to be he's going to be one of those guys, the red shirt guys. With Matt Breida being back, I tell you what. It was you're talking about the running backs. That was a little bit of a 180 there. Now I understand that Breida is supposed to be familiar with the system and all that stuff, but when he played in the game last week, he was on the team for what, 48 hours or something. If that, I don't even know if it was a full 48 hours. So he was kind of just going out there and filling a role. This week, you could tell that he participated in practice and was part of the game plan. The hands are still there for him. That speed is still there. And we got to remember this too about Matt Breida. I understand that it feels like it was ages ago that he was with the Niners. He is in his physical prime right now. He's 29 years old.
Well,
he's not going to get any.
I got to ask this. Was it the first stringers, second stringers, or third stringers that Matt Breida was going up against today?
All the above. I'm going to say second and third.
Probably second. Yeah.
Because I mean, like, he did look good, but it's a different animal when you're going up against the first stringers.
Always, of course, but the plays and reading the play, following your blockers and things like that, making the right decisions, that's something that's going to happen no matter who you're against. You got to. It's about what the play is blocked up for and what you can get out of it. I think he maximizes opportunities tonight.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, Steven, man, I appreciate you jumping in here and taking the victory shot with us. I'm going to let my man Pterodome do his thing, and then we're going to hear from Kyle Shanahan, all right?
All right, let's go Niners.
I appreciate you, big dog. Go
all
Niners.
day, every day.
All right, Steve, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too.
All right, wonderful. They covered the bevy there, Big Mike. They covered a great deal, man, especially excitement. Seeing Leslie again, she's just such a part of Niner folklore. And seeing Steve, we getting the crew back together, the band's coming back together, things are starting to happen. Liabilities, I saw, man, I think Jalen Moore's time is over. I hate to say it. He just is scaring me. T.Y. McGill looked really, really bad, man. His shoulders got turned a great deal. We're going to see more on the All-22. Jumping off the screen to me, and he jumped off the screen last week as well. Percy Harvin. Mike, we got a punt controversy going on. I'm officially telling you, Mr. Wisnowski, you're on deck. That daggone Presley, that Presley boy, he is nailing him inside, and he tackles. He's 6 foot, 255. That he felt like the kid out there, Jane, going out there. I done seen him do too much. Your thoughts.
specifically on Harvin. Listen, man, I was thoroughly impressed, and his reputation is it preceded him, right? He's phenomenal when he's on, but he's so inconsistent. Last week I was like, yeah, I don't know. This week it was like, oh, this is what they were talking about. They said when he's on, he's on. Every single punt that he did that landed inside the 10 bounced backwards. The punchers were comfortable letting it go over their heads, right? They were like, all right, I got my heels on this 10-yard line right here. I'm going to let that one go. Wrong decision, brother. All right, I'm going to try it again. There's no way he's going to do it twice. Wrong decision, brother. He just kept on making them regret it, man. Listen, I mean, that's what you want to see. He's one of my 3 superstars on the night. 2 number 5s. Okay. All right. 2 of these guys are wearing number 5 out there. Okay. 2 number 5s on my superstar list tonight, man. I like that. And the other one was number 83. We're gonna get to it. But man, it's all about consistency. We got to see. Now, I do have a question for you. Go ahead, Mitch wasn't punting, but wasn't Mitch holding on the field goals?
I didn't see him hold. Was he holding?
Who was that holding? I thought that was Mitch Wisnowski holding on the field goal that was missed. The one that was missed in particular, I thought that was Wisnowski that was holding that. So I got to go back and take a look.
It was somebody that might have had the laces wrong because he missed that one by a mile. I think he kicked it to Vegas.
he was getting ready for next week, right? Yeah, I'm gonna send this one over there now. Yeah,
put it out there so we have something when we get there we can play. Yeah. But it was a solid win. They scared me a little bit in the first half. I did the metrics on it. It was 4.8 a carry, man. That's almost 5 yards a carry. We were getting gouged on the run defense. We cleaned it up a little bit for finishing up at 3.9. I have those are my rough numbers, just adding it up. I don't have the exact average, so forgive me if I'm a little inaccurate with my numbers, but it did get a little bit better. I was seeing some shoulders turn. I was seeing linemen get to our second levels, and you know, we can't have it regardless of who's out there. We want to be fundamentally strong. We want to the rule for a lineman, defensive lineman, 1 man cannot block me, 2 men cannot move me. And I was seeing movement, I was seeing bubbles. And on the other side, man, protect the asset. Brock's out there, man, taking hits, and I'm like, dude, all right. Let's rein it on back in. Let's get to the boardroom and get Trent Williams back here. I don't like to see this.
So let me, because you know what? I'm glad you said that.
Go ahead.
I saw Brock take a couple of hits. I want to say the four hits I saw of Brock. I think it was 4 of them that I saw on him.
I saw about 4 too. Yeah.
Okay. I want to say that I know for sure the first 2 was after he threw the ball. He threw the ball, and then he got hit. And then there was the one with Chase Young. He threw the ball. I think that was the last one. Chase Young kind of pushed. He shoved him.
Yeah, Chase gave him the business a little bit, and yeah, you know, and look at Chase. You know, when they leave San Francisco, they get oh, now you bad. You know, but I remember you were Jog Young, but go ahead with your point.
Well, it's just a little interesting that, you know, I feel like Brock kind of put himself in some of those situations, not to be negative or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, he was running from clean pockets tonight. He had his feet set and was missing guys. Brock, I would not, if it weren't for the contact, I wouldn't have mind seeing him go out there again. I feel like he's got some rust he's got to kind of shake off a little bit. I don't know. What do you think?
It did. I tweeted discombobulated is what the offense looked like a little bit. It just seemed like the timing was off. People weren't there where it was supposed to be. He told I think our tight end Willis, he said, you got to come back to me. You know,
he was trying to communicate. I like that. That was actually one of my bright spots for him, was the communication and coaching on the field. I like that.
Yeah. And you know, it's first preseason, and we didn't have that inter squad scrimmage this week. I'm telling you, that throws things off a little bit. I really didn't like that. And it's obvious because of the injuries and the impact it's had, and we would have had to travel and things of that nature. But just getting us off of off a schedule and the contracts and the disjointedness. I don't like that. I like things nice, settled. Get on your schedule. Let's just keep the trains on the track and keep them scheduled. And when you don't do that as a football player, as an organization, as a crew, as a record label, whatever, it tends to muddy the water a little bit. But I'm pretty sure we can persevere through it. It was good seeing Matt Breida, the cheetah, back out there. He hit switches a little bit, man. They gave me a glimpse of what was in the past. And to me, I don't know about everybody else, I find Matt Breida a little quicker than Schrader. I find him quicker than Mitchell. I find him quicker than some of the other ones that we have had. We might be looking at some things in competition nature with our running backs. Matt Breida he's a different breed. Pun intended.
I like that. Man. No, I was very happy with seeing Matt Breida out there. Like I said, definitely a 180, a bounce back game from what he gave us last week, and that's what I was looking for with my excitement when I found out that the Niners had acquired him or picked him back up. I was very excited. I was like, oh man, that's a guy who knows the system. And he's the veteran in the room, right? He's now all of a sudden going to be the OG in there. He's going to come in and
elder statesman. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that McCaffrey's hurt, I mean, it's him now. So, come in here and do your thing. And hey, don't worry, Christian, I got you. That's what I wanted to see. It was good to see Schrader. Not that he did anything overly positive, but it was good seeing him get worked in early. This was his moment. This was his opportunity. So I did like seeing that.
I got him 7 carries, 15 yards. His longest was 9. We got to see Mordecai a little bit. Mordecai was 4 of 6, 44 yards. Josh Dobbs, the Pastronaut, man, he had a dime and then he ran for a couple. And then that the time before on 3rd down, I said, tag, he should have called his own number. He policed himself up and went on and called his own number. He was in there like swimwear on a big girl. And he got the touchdown on that one. So, hey, it was Josh Dobbs. He won his job. I told Minnesota, tweeted out to them, no get backs.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw your tweet. Yeah,
you already done gave it away.
Let me ask you this question. Kyle told the media a couple of days ago that he was going to be calling plays in this game, and it turned out that he was not. They let Clay do it for the second week. They said he was going against his brother, so maybe that's why Kyle kind of thought about it, let it happen. Do you think it was Clay's decision or Kyle's to go for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal before halftime?
He relinquished things to Clay. I'm gonna have to say it was Clay. Unless he gets in his press conference and says it's something different, I'm gonna have to say that was Clay. That was all Clay. What I didn't like about Clay, throwing that ball downfield on 1st down, just take your check down. Bill Walsh with the quick passing game was an extension of the run game. I don't mind you passing, but don't do it from empty sets. Don't do it downfield. Don't do it in the middle of the field with dangerous passes. Just the swing, the shoot route, the Texas. Just if you're gonna throw it, go ahead and throw it, but don't just do it willy-nilly.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to take a shot down the field on 1st down, like at least make it play action. If everyone knows the Niners' bread and butter is the run game, like right, so fake the handoff and don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't
be something. Yeah. We would set up for failure from the onslaught, but otherwise, that man, we had Pooney. I saw Pooney block and turn around and go get somebody. I haven't seen that much in the National Football League. Very excited about Pooney, man. He's built like an athlete. He moves different. He's the guy you pick when he's just dribbling the ball and you down at the court and you saying, all right, I got next. Give me dude right there. Cause he just looked like he he just looked like he an athlete and he produces like he's that.
He's got that motor. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely got that motor. That's what you want to see in a young guy right there. So
and that gait. He's got a good gait. I like a gait. Look like you can play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people just look sorry or doofy. They got their weight on their heels and if you look at an athlete's shoes, I can look at somebody's shoes, even if they're not in them, and tell, oh, look, he carry his weight to the outside of his shoes turned over. This guy can't move. But if I look and see that your shoes are nice, I know how you walk. I know your biometrics. I know how you carry it. You're a little bit of athlete. You stay on your toes a little bit. For a woman, you could tell she's a dancer or something. Look at her how she's moving. She moved different. But then the old sloppy, I don't even want to be here.
I understand what you're saying, brother. I get you, man. No, Pooney looks the part, man. He absolutely looks the part. He feels the part. And here's the most exciting thing about all that. We just scratching the surface. He's got the best offensive line coach in the NFL that he is being groomed by. And we are just getting started.
I prefer Jeff Suitland up in Philly, but if you say so. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Not a big Forrester fan. No. Forrester hasn't developed into that. No. And he'd rather get guys who touch the ball rather than quality offensive linemen in the first, second, and third round. He said that. And that
you know why he said that,
really
right?
turned me off. That really turned me off. I don't like that.
Go ahead. But you can't ignore the context behind that. You know why he said that, right?
I don't know why he said it, but he said it, and he said he believed it.
Yeah. He said he believes it. He was asked specifically, "Are you bothered by the lack of?" Because they said they give the offensive skill positions and the defensive line all these early picks, and it seems like you're just getting scraps. So he was defending the decisions of the decision makers, and he was like, "Listen, my guys can't score points. My guys can't do this. Give me guys that I can come in and coach and blah, blah, blah." What was he supposed to say? Yeah, they suck for not giving me the weapons that I deserve. Listen, I got us all the way to the Super Bowl with these bums minus Trent Williams. Imagine what I could have done if he can't go out there and say that.
Well, he need to, closed mouths don't get fed, Mike. And as a coach, as a former coach, as somebody who's watched this game for 45 years, you want to get the best of the best every time you get a chance. You've got cachet, you've got a voice in that draft room. Go up when you identify that this guy is a game changer. This guy is what I need. This guy is how it's supposed to go. Go up, say it, and do it. You can make great skill positions even better if you give your quarterback time, if you give your running back 18 inches of daylight. You can make it even better. Give me 3 all-pros up front. I'll make the offense better. I'll guarantee Brock gets better if you give me the best athletes you possibly can get up front.
Nothing you're saying is wrong at all, right? The offensive line is where it starts. It starts in the trenches.
That's the engine.
But imagine if we did have 3 all-pros or Pro Bowlers up there. We can't afford all of them. Somewhere, somebody has to work with lesser talent on this team. And I think we've got a really good coach that's doing it.
Mike, they'd be on rookie deals. You can afford that. We could have got DeJuan Jones. You gonna tell me DeJuan Jones at right tackle, 3rd round pick. We had a chance to get him. He was there. 3rd round pick. We're talking 2 years ago versus Cameron Latu. You're gonna tell me, and then
first of all, wait. Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect tight end 2 like that now. Don't disrespect tight end 2 like that, baby. My man was out there today. I'm sorry. Hey, listen.
I walked into it. He did. Cameron Latu did have, I think it was 2 or 3 catches that Cameron, you did decently, sir. I do have to say that, but I have to caveat that by we didn't see you at all last year. But DeJuan Jones up there in Cleveland acting a fool, and making TJ Watt look like a punk and shut Nick Bosa down. If we had DeJuan, if moved up and got a JC Latham who just cut the fool last week, it's just maybe it's just me. I want the best lineman.
No, absolutely.
I'm from the John Madden, Joe Bugle, Jim Hannafin school of the game. If you give me the trenches, I'm gonna win this game. I play chess, get the center of the board. I can play all day long. I can work with you.
Yeah. I think I trust me. I don't think that he prefers to have 5th and 6th round guys given to him. I don't think he prefers that. I'm a position coach, and like you said, everyone should want the best. I do believe that he wants it. I just think that he knows it's not his decision, and I've got to work with what I got. I think he is making gourmet meals with scraps and scrapes and discounted ingredients. That's what I think he's doing out there.
Ooh, yeah.
That's what I think. But I understand how you could put a bad taste in your mouth when you go to the podium and just say it so confidently, like, "Oh, I like it this way." Like, no, you don't. No, you don't, bro. Like, come on.
And I got to take him at face value. That's what the man said. He said, yeah, I prefer it too. He said he talked to a guy at Baltimore, and they said, Tom Brady, look, he's doing it without anything. You don't really need great offensive line. And he's quoting people, and I just said, man, I'm not a Forrester fan. I'm not Finding Forrester. I did a show on that. Right. Finding Forrester. I'm not that. And I haven't seen him really develop any offensive lineman. Trent Williams was ready-made.
Yeah.
The best guy that you can get. And he is numero uno. Banks is okay.
What?
But without Trent Williams, did you see his film? I'll send you some film last week. It looks a lot different. Lincoln Tomlinson made a Pro Bowl, but then he goes to the New York Jets, and we see the real Lincoln. It's different when you got Trent Williams right beside you, ain't it? I'm just saying.
Hubbard's been looking good.
Hubbard's been looking decent. Yes. He's definitely better than Jalen Moore. Yeah, he moves different and is better than Jalen Moore right now.
I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of complaints about our offensive line this year. So far, it's only been 2 preseason games and a lot of mixing and matching and things like that. So let me be very, as far as pass protection, also, I think they can get better in the run game. I think that all of them, including Purdy, I think they can get better in the run game. I just feel like they're not opening the holes up quick enough or something, or I can't quite put a finger on it, but the run blocking from the linemen seems a little off right now, especially because that's supposed to be our bread and butter. But as far as pass protection, which is what my biggest concern was, I haven't been disappointed so far. Small sample size, but so far, I think there's a lot of new faces there. I think these guys are moving all over the place. And, even something that Forrester said, I'll give you this one. He said something this week, as a matter of fact. He said that he named 2 specific players and said that Hubbard is comfortable on the right side. So I moved him to the left tackle. And what's my man's name? That's playing right tackle.
Right, McKivitz.
What? No, not McKay. It was the backup. Oh damn. But anyway, he said he's more comfortable playing left, and I moved him to the right. Like,
why do we do that?
I hate when the Niners draft the guy that played left side and try to move him to the right immediately. Right. If you wanted the right side, draft a right side person.
Right side. That's all I'm saying.
So that did bother me. I did not like hearing that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And forgive me, but I'm just a guy who came up with a dynastic approach to winning. The Cowboys of the 90s were dominant up front. The Redskins of the 80s were dominant up front. The Packers of the 60s were dominant up front. Their offensive line was the predecessors, the Steelers of the 70s. If you're going to be dominant, the domination of your offensive line can lead to some of the ugliest, most heinous wins when you got the lead in the fourth quarter and you just running the air out the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You could break teams down that way, and it leads to long, successful seasons as well. So, yeah, Terry Dawn, man, listen, I appreciate you jumping in here, brother, sharing your thoughts,
you,
man.
brother, man. You the dean of all this thing, man. Mike out here doing it, y'all. God bless you. God keep you.
I'm trying, brother. We got a lot of, oh, wow, look at that. We got super chats for the first time in a long time. All right, listen, this is what we're going to do. Thank you guys for the super chats. We got some new members now also. All right, look at YouTube showing me love, man. They let me make some money again, man. Okay. I will get to those. We're going to hear from Kyle first, and then I will stop after Kyle. I believe that there's going to be some players on. So I will stop after Kyle. I will get to the super chats and the new members. I'm going to get Kyle on here now. Terry, I'm going to let you go, man. And we're going to have some fun, man. All right. So thank you again for joining, brother. I really appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Yes, sir. Likewise. All right. We're going to let me get Kyle Shanahan in here now. I have rewound this as far as I possibly could. I don't quite know why they don't start these pressers the way they're supposed to, but I will turn closed captions on. Actually, let me take this border off so that way y'all can see the words for Kyle. I'm going to step away and let him say what he's got to say here.
I just like Clint more than everyone else. No, no, that's not it. Just been thinking about doing it for a while.
It's about
calling.
calling.
Really explain why. I think
plays.
Certain years, sometimes you want to do it, especially when you're getting a feel for a quarterback. You want them to get used to. I think our quarterback I've been with for 2 years, so Brock's used to me. Clint and Brian have been doing a lot of the meetings with the quarterbacks. BA was with us last year. Just didn't feel like I needed to this year, and Clay's been great at it. So. What's that?
Nothing to do with the Kubiaks on both sides.
No, it actually didn't. No, it didn't. But should have said it was that.
So many of your starters this and tonight are not available. Why did you want to see Brock tonight? What did you see from him?
Just thought it'd be good for him to get a couple reps in or a couple drives in. You know, we were hoping it would be one long drive just to get him out, similar to what BA had last week. But we had, I think it was 2 3 and outs, so I don't want to go past that. I think it's good for quarterbacks to get in. Felt good with the guys that were in there, and we're pretty conservative with what we did with them. And I felt Brock kind of wanted to do it too.
You plan to play him again on Friday?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We got to stop there for a second because that was something very, very important. I know some people were wondering, and that is something that I was going to get into. It was a question that I also had, but it seems like we don't have to go far for an answer. All right. Sorry and excuse me. I am making some adjustments over here on my end of the stage, so I apologize for not being in the shot yet. Give me a second, and I will be. But a lot of us were wondering, healthy Kittle, healthy Fred Warner, healthy this guy, healthy that guy, healthy Debo, no Trent Williams, no Christian McCaffrey. Why on earth are all these other starters sitting out, but you put Brock in there? What for? So this was a very, very important question that a lot of us were wondering. And Kyle answers that here. I don't know what this answer means, though. I don't know if we got an answer. He addressed it. He answered the question. I'm going to run it back and hear it again, but I don't know if we really got an answer here, guys. He just thought it would be good for him to go out there and do it. And I will say this. I felt that Brock Purdy was rusty. This is not a quarterback controversy. I'm not saying Brock Purdy shouldn't be the starter or anything crazy like that. I'm not doing that, but it's okay to say that Brock didn't play his best today. It's okay to say that Brock left clean pockets. He was standing in the middle of a clean pocket and rolled out. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that he was just missing targets. He looked out of rhythm. He didn't look as decisive. It wasn't 3 steps and hitch and deliver. It was 3 steps and hitch and, oh, wait, okay, now deliver. Like it was just a little off. Wasn't terrible, right? But definitely not what we're used to seeing when Brock Purdy is in rhythm and out there doing his thing. So we're going to have to see what happened. But if Kyle believes that he felt like Brock needed it, who are we to say no? So let's hear his response again.
No, it actually didn't. No, it didn't. But Should have said it was that.
So many of your starters this and tonight are not available. Why did you want to see Brock tonight? What did you see from him?
Just thought it'd be good for him to get a couple reps in or a couple drives in. You know, we were hoping it would be one long drive just to get him out, similar to what BA had last week. But we had, I think it was 2 3 and outs, so I don't want to go past that. I think it's good for quarterbacks to get in. Felt good with the guys that were in there, and we're pretty conservative with what we did with them. And I felt Brock kind of wanted to do it too.
You plan to play him again?
Okay, so that was a very, very good question, and the answer was I wanted it to be one long drive. Went 3 and out, had to do it again. Went 3 and out again, so it was like that was enough. So it sounds like the intentions were for it to be just one long drive. All right, so I'm not mad at that answer. Just to get him going a little bit. It's still a little curious to me that you do that without the supporting cast of Kittle and Debo. We understand what's going on with Trent. I'm not going to hold that against them, but like I don't know. I feel like if you're going to do that with that guy, then put some of these other guys in there. But it's not my decision.
I felt Brock kind of wanted to do it too.
You plan to play him again on Friday?
Yes.
What did you think of Tanner Mordecai and how he played in the fourth?
I thought he did a good job. He got a couple chances with some throws. He ran the huddle very well. He got us in and out. I think he took us on that drive to get a field goal there at the end. Wish he'd got a little bit more, but did good with what we gave him. There were 2 frustrating drives, just 3 and out. I don't think there was much there when he had it. He had a chance to make a big play on a keeper going back across.
I heard what you said, Kyle. Oh, no. Oh, no. See? Listen, they're going to throw shots at me. It's okay, because Kyle throwing shots at them. Did y'all hear what Kyle just said? I heard him. They said, what'd you think of Brock overall? He said, pretty frustrating drives, 2 3 and outs, right? But there was a little bit of a jab in there.
Did good with what we gave him. There were 2 frustrating drives, just 3 and out. I don't think there was much there when he had it.
I don't think there was much there when he had it. I'm going to download a sound effect of the crowd going like a gasp. What do y'all think Kyle was talking about when he said there wasn't much there when he had it? Huh? He's not talking about Brock. Those receivers weren't giving him shit. The receivers weren't giving him anything to throw for. And the one decent pass Brock had, guys don't want to catch the damn ball. Look at Kyle wanting to call people out, but learning how to bite his tongue. Kyle, boy. All right. Okay, Kyle. All right. I see you, man. Growing, man.
Wish he'd got a little bit more, but did good with what we gave him. There were 2 frustrating drives, just 3 and out. I don't think there was much there when he had it. He had a chance to make a big play on a keeper going back across, but not enough plays. There weren't really any good looks for him either.
I should have let it finish playing, Mike. You got too excited. I got too excited. He said it again right there at the end. I didn't even need to do all that.
But not enough plays. There weren't really any good looks for him either.
There weren't any good looks for him either. Guys, there was protection out there. There was some protection. Nobody was getting open. That includes your veteran Trent Taylor. Good route runner, right? That's what they said. Trent Taylor, good route runner. That's what they said. That includes Ronnie Bell. Some of the fan favorites. Breezy, I love you. But he ain't it. I'm just trying to let you know something. I'm just trying to let y'all know something. Those receivers weren't doing shit when Brock Purdy was in there. None of the receivers were doing anything excluding number 83. Great year, by the way. Great year. But excluding number 83, I had more confidence in the unproven tight ends than I did anybody on this receiving corps, excluding 83. That's Cowling, for those of you who don't know what number he wears. No confidence at all. And damn it, they tried. They said, Ronnie Bell, this is your game. I don't have any numbers. I don't have no breakdowns over here. But somebody out there tell me who got more targets than Ronnie Bell tonight. Somebody out there tell me who got more targets than Ronnie Bell. He played with the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, 4s, and 5s tonight. Ronnie Bell's still on the field running routes. He out there with the damn janitors. I'm sitting around wondering why the Niners didn't put the logo at the 50-yard line. They couldn't because Ronnie Bell was running routes before the game started. They couldn't. They didn't even paint the solid, thick, white line around the border. They did chalk outlines for the whole field because Ronnie Bell was out there running routes all day, all night. Now, it's not to say that that's why Brock couldn't find anybody. It's not to say that, but Ronnie Bell, Trent Taylor. Huh? Who else I need to call out? Ronnie Bell, Trent Taylor. Who else was there, huh? Tay Martin. Danny Gray. Danny freaking Gray. Danny Gray. Hello? This was supposed to be your moment. This was supposed to be your moment. Time invested. You know the system. You've been here longer than Ronnie Bell. And you are supposed to be the speedster. You let little Jacob Cowling come in here and just Daniel. You know, you Danny when you cool, but it's like with me, right? When my wife says, babe, I'm in good graces. I'm in good graces. Right? When my supervisor says, hey, Mike, I'm in good graces. When my mom says, hey, Chipmunk, I shouldn't have told you what my damn nickname was. Shouldn't have said that. But I'm in good graces. But when anybody calls me Michael, oh, shit, your heart skip a little bit. Oh, you get that little, that rhythm, get a little change. It's flustered a little bit, right? When they call you Michael, well, Mr. Gray, you are Daniel. You are Daniel now. I need somebody to get this man a clock. Have it on his wall. Get him a nice, fancy, brand new wristwatch. Get him one of those digital joints that tell you your heart rate, your glucose. It tells you your steps per day. Get him one of those new little digital joints. Let it sync with his phone. Because Danny Gray, Trent Taylor, Ronnie Bell, your time is up. Huh? Cowling, you won the clock, baby.
You were not calling plays. What were you doing with your spare time?
Chewing seeds, threw a challenge, made a couple timeouts. No, just talking to coaches, making sure we had the right people in there.
Did Kyle develop a sense of humor this offseason? Is this new Kyle or is this preseason? He has been joking with everybody all season long at these pressers. He's laughing. He seems lighter. Did he get the script for the NFL for this year? Does he already know what's happening? This is a loose, guard down Kyle. So during the broadcast, they said that Kyle wasn't calling plays today and that it was Clay Kubiak. And they said it's a brother versus brother thing. And they asked why he let Clay call plays again, even though he said that he thought he was going to do it again. He said, yeah, I thought I was going to, and we decided not to. And when you're working with the quarterbacks, you kind of get a rhythm with him. Well, I know Brock. I've worked with him for the last couple of years, and Clay's earned it. And I wanted to do it over a couple of years, but I didn't do it. But this year I did it. You know, it's just something I wanted to try, and they deserved it. They earned it, blah, 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 blah. Then you hear Matt ask just a little short response to it. So it wasn't because it was the Kubiak brothers. He said, huh? It wasn't because they're really. He's like, no, it wasn't that. He paused for a second. The next question starts to get asked, and he cuts him off and says, but I should have said that. That was better. Little jokey joke. Kyle Shanahan is different. He's not this uptight, tight ass that we're defensive. Like, this is different. I don't know why it's different. It could just be preseason. He knows these games don't count. They don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why he's got his guard down. I'm going to have to go back and look at some preseason pressers from before, but I feel like the media is more judgmental during preseason than the regular season because now you're just responding to results. This is the time where they're judging you based off of decisions and personnel and substitutions and who's making rosters and all that stuff. And you have a controversy at this position. Why didn't you involve them more? Like, this is the time where the media is a little bit tougher. And Kyle's he's all jokes. It's sunshine and rainbows over here. Listen.
But not enough plays. There weren't really any good looks for him either.
You were not calling plays. What were you doing with your spare time?
Chewing seeds. Threw a challenge, made a couple timeouts. No,
You're not calling plays. He said, what were you doing with your spare time? Kyle said chewing seeds. Kyle developed a sense of humor in the offseason. It's that damn mustache. It's coming back. If y'all thought that was the last y'all were going to see of that mustache, y'all were wrong. It's coming back. Week 1, he's not going to shave that mustache. We're going to win by the skin of our teeth. We're going to win. And he's going to groom and keep that mustache. I'm telling y'all. This is a different Kyle. The hair's a little bit longer. I said it during the live stream. I couldn't tell if that was Kyle Shanahan or Nick Sorensen. They both look like knockoff Matthew McConaughey's. Like, what is happening right now? What is happening right now? Look at the hair out the back. When have y'all seen that from Kyle? I haven't. All right, I digress.
Chewing seeds, threw a challenge, made a couple timeouts. No, just talking to coaches, making sure we had the right people in there. You know, there's a lot of guys on the roster, and you want to make sure that guys get their opportunities, but also put guys in positions that you can evaluate where things are close. And that's kind of more of the stuff I was paying attention to.
In putting Brock out there when you had so many non-starters out there on the field?
Yeah, you always think about that stuff. If we thought it was an issue, we wouldn't have done it. But we were good with the guys out there. You know, Brock wouldn't have gone. Probably wouldn't have played Jake. Definitely wouldn't have had Colton and Jalen go as long. But we felt good with the group.
You took more than one tap hits on the first 2 series.
What's that?
Brock took like 3 hits or more than love taps on the first 2 series where you're like, maybe enough is enough.
Yeah, I mean, you think
part
about it
of the
all the
game.
time, but it's also part of football, and I think he protects
go,
himself.
Kyle.
Well. If we felt he was in a tough situation, we wouldn't have. But a lot of quarterbacks play
Part of the
throughout the
damn
league,
game.
and each week's different. I think it helps Brock to play, and last year he didn't get to as much with his arm, but thought it was good for him to get out there, even though it wasn't 2 great drives. And I know he was really wanting to do it, and hopefully it'll make him in a better position for this when we go to the Raiders. No, Juwan has an injury. I forget exactly what it was. I think it's somewhere as oblique, but something that shouldn't bother him next week.
Quarterback job comes down, or it seems to be between Allen and Dobbs. What did you think of the 2 of them tonight, especially Dobbs and that big touchdown?
Yeah, I thought they both did well with the reps they were given. Dobbs got to play a little bit more, and I thought he did a real good job leading us on those drives. When Brandon came in, he did the same. So it was very similar to last week. The games have been tight. The practices have been tight. So that's a good problem we have right now.
I know there's still time, but you've got a couple pretty highly drafted rookies who haven't played at all in preseason. Is time sort of running out for you to know whether they can be, on the week one roster?
Yeah, I mean, that stuff's always tough when guys get hurt and they're not out there, especially, when guys get hurt right away. So
I gotta stop the tape. I gotta stop the tape. I don't know if y'all heard that shit or not.
Hopefully,
I heard it and I was on a phone call. Jawan Jennings is hurt. I need a breaking news. This is a fucking joke. Jawan Jennings is hurt too? When does it stop?
I forget exactly what it was. I think it's some. Hopefully, it'll make him in a better position for this when we go to the Raiders. It helps Brock to play.
Oh, damn, it was right there. I'm sorry.
Last year, he didn't get to as much with his arm, but thought it was good for him to get out there, even though it wasn't 2 great drives. And I know he was really wanting to do it, and hopefully, it'll make him in a better position for this when we go to the Raiders. No, Juwan has an injury. I forget exactly what it was. I think it's somewhere as oblique, but something that shouldn't bother him next week.
Quarterback job comes down, or it seems to be between Allen and Dobbs. What did you think of the two of them tonight, especially Dobbs and that big touchdown?
Yeah, I thought they both did well with the reps they were given. Dobbs got to play a little bit more, and I thought he did a real good job.
He's lying about
drives. When Brandon came in, he did the same. So it was very similar to last week. The games have been tight. The practices have been tight. So that's a good problem we have right now.
I know there's still time, but you've got a couple pretty highly drafted rookies who haven't played at all in preseason. Is time sort of running out for you to know whether they can be, on the week one roster?
Yeah, I mean, that stuff's always tough when guys get hurt and they're not out there, especially, when guys get hurt right away. So that was so good for Jake to be able to go through this week, stay healthy through this week, and get a play in that game. Hopefully, we're expecting to get Isaac back next week, so hopefully practice will go well and we'll take a look at him in the game.
Did y'all hear it?
We're expecting to get Isaac back next week and get a play in that game. So that was so good for Jake to be able to go through this week.
Remember what I told you about Chipmunk? Remember what I told you about Danny? I told you about Mike. He called him Jake. He didn't say Jacob. He said Jake. He liked that boy. I'm Big A3 in the building. What I tell you about them nicknames? Huh? When they shortened the names, you were in good graces. You were in good graces. He called that man Jake, not from State Farm either.
Especially, when guys get hurt right away. So that was so good for Jake to be able to go through this week, stay healthy through this week, and get a play in that game. Hopefully, we're expecting to get Isaac back next week. So hopefully practice will go well and we can take a look at him in the game. And hopefully Ricky will get there too.
With so many offensive players out for practice and these games, and not a lot of continuity, are you prepared for the possibility earlier in the year that you may have to win a different way? I mean, like with a lot of defense and kicking field goals, whereas in the past years when you hit the ground running, you were scoring 30 points.
Yes, but I mean, you always feel like we've had to win a number of ways, a number of times here, so you look at that each week, even when you feel your offense is firing on all cylinders, you still, what's the best way to win a game? And that changes week in and week out. And I like to think we're built to do it a lot of different ways. I think we have done it a lot of different ways in our tenure here. And that's kind of what we always talk about. What does it take to win? And you try to figure that out by studying, putting together a game plan, and you do what you can in the game to find a way, and you really don't care how it looks or what happens. You just do whatever you can to win.
Well, you really haven't had a quarterback, even a backup who could really run effectively. What does Dobbs' talent, what is he showing you? What does that add to what you can do on offense?
I mean, I think there's a fine line when, Dobbs can make a lot of plays with his legs. When you have like a true running quarterback where you can put in all the running plays for them, I don't want to necessarily put Josh in that category. But he is a guy that if you don't honor him, you can run those plays. And if you aren't honoring him in that way and you can run those plays, you're going to get a lot of really good looks, just like he did last year in Arizona and things like that. That's stuff that, Sam Darnold was capable of too. You got to have the threat with your legs and stuff. You got to be willing to do it, but it's not something that, you would ever major in with him. Seeing how his shoulder reacts this week. He's running routes, feeling good and stuff, but we don't want to put him in there with getting hit and things like that and some awkward positions till we know he can pass all the tests and do everything. So he's day to day right now. I believe so. Yeah. No, I think he was sitting with all the IR players and stuff that we put in a box.
George criticized us last week for not wearing nice shoes. How seriously do you take your shoe game, and what are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing Jordans right now, and I don't take it that seriously. I like to wear nice shoes.
That's my motherfucking coach, y'all. Let's go, baby. A man of the people.
How seriously do you take your shoe game, and what are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing Jordans right now, and I don't take it that seriously. I like to wear nice shoes, but I don't like to shop, and I don't do things online very much. So people got to usually give them to me, and I appreciate it when they do.
Is Allen's in the running to be the opening day punt returner, and would it be okay to have a rookie in that role, especially on the main line for first week of the season?
Yeah, we want to figure out whoever the best punt returner is under 53. And he looked pretty good today. We drafted him, hoping that he could have the potential to do it. Tonight was really the first time that we were able to get him out there. And, he's had a week of being healthy, so he's definitely got a chance to. But tonight was a step in the right direction.
Had a couple big plays tonight. What have you seen from him so far this preseason, and has anything changed in the last couple of years he's been here?
Curtis just gets better each year. He's been here for a while. Helps out a lot on special teams, runs the show as the Mike linebacker. Really enjoyed having Curtis here and gets better each week. And it's going to have some tough decisions here when it comes down to the end.
Cody Schrader, statistically, it looks great. In the preseason, he's looked impressive kind of in practices. How would you kind of gauge where he is and what you've seen from him this summer?
Similar to college, he's a good running back. He knows how to run the ball. He hits the right holes, doesn't mess around, lowers his pads, and falls forward. He's been good in practice, and he's done a good job with his opportunity in these two games.
Do a production meeting with Tom Brady?
But yes, like a pretend one. We did one with Mark and those guys too. It was good. It's always fun to talk to the GOAT. A lot, like every play of his career. No, better than usual. Not to be confused with that good, but better than usual. All right, thanks, guys.
All right. That is it for Kyle. I don't know, other than Brock Purdy, who else we will hear from. So let me go ahead and keep my word. I want to get to these super chats and these members, man. Shout out to all of y'all out there, man. Y'all, look at y'all, man. Way to make a brother feel love. YouTube gave me my super chats tonight, and my man JP hella hard. By the way, JP hella hard has his own clothing line. Y'all better go ahead and get out there and support this brother. He says, jersey on the way, King. By the way, I saw your text during the game. I got some questions for you. I didn't respond, but I will get to you, man. I'm going to make a phone call to you tomorrow morning. But look, y'all see it right here, man. His own brand. He's wearing hella hard clothing shoes, man. Come on now. Come on, man. What's up? Y'all get out there and show this brother some love, man. Thank you for the first super chat of the 2024 NFL season. JP hella hard. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about, my man. All right, so we're going to get out there and support a business. You got to drop a link or something, man. Let people know where they can find it. And then it turns out we have two, not one, but two new members. Sean Shepard and Leslie Klinger have joined for membership here. I got to drop 2 bombs on this. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. The new members are in the building. Thank y'all so much. I got to make sure I give y'all some exclusive content. I guess that means I'll have to do some recording early tomorrow. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to say it now. I'm doing a show in the morning exclusively for the members and the Patreon community. All right? Exclusively for the members and the Patreon community. I will be doing a live show tomorrow morning. So make sure you guys are in there, okay? If you're not there, it's not my fault. All right? Patreon, any tier, any paid tier, and to all of our members here of the channel. Sean, I believe, sent this. Let me see the timestamp here, 11:51. So that means that I was on with Terra Dome at that time. He says, 2 of my fave beaches here, Lindemar and HMB. LOL. Mike, this is that vibe after we lost to the Ravens, bro. Clay needs to be formed somewhere else. Clay. Be blessed. Building house. Send pics. Okay. All right. I think he's rebuilding the house. And I think that means he's sending me pics. And I'm always here for my man Sean. I love to hear it. Super chat sound. There we go, man. There we go. All right. I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you so much. This is the biggest super chat of the 2024 season so far. I will keep a tally and see who tops it. I appreciate it, though, man. Thank you very, very much. Clay needs to be formed somewhere else. I think what he's saying is, Kaka Clay, he is not happy with the play calling from Clay Kubiak. I don't know, man. I got to be honest with you guys, man. Timing threw us off a little bit. We heard Terra Dome talk about how he didn't really care for the downfield shots on first down, especially those that weren't play action. I understand that. I get that, right? But then there's also the factor of, like, he dialed up some stuff that hit these guys right in the hands. I mean, right in the hands, right? Trent Taylor, big drop in the end zone, right? Ronnie Bell, big drop down the sideline. Danny Gray, big drop in this game, right? I mean, this is the same exact thing that happened last week. Last week, I feel like I'm on repeat, right? Just last week, we were having this conversation about 2 massive throws downfield that hit these guys right in the hands. I can't charge that to the play caller. It's up to the players to execute said plays. They didn't. The blocking held up. They ran the routes. The ball can't hit you in the hands and you don't come down with it. Oh, and by the way, the one catch that Danny Gray had tonight, did he have 1 or 2? Where's Danny Gray? He had that one catch over the middle. Everyone's like, oh, man, that shit was tweeted out by NFL.com. That is nothing to celebrate. He jumped, wasn't touched, and the ball just bounced out of his hands. And he had to jump again to come down with it because he batted up in the air. It was a tip drill. You tip drilled yourself. Pause. You have to jump twice to catch a ball that hit you directly in the hands the first time you jump. That's not good. While it's going to go down as a positive catch and play for Danny Gray, you shouldn't have had to do it. Where's the focus? This is the meaningless preseason game. This tells me we can't depend on you in week 17, week 18, in the postseason. Those moments are going to be too big for you if this moment was too big for you. This is glorified practice. Catch the damn ball. Catch the damn ball. I can't blame Clay for that. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't blame Clay for that. I'm just saying. That's how I feel. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. All right. Let me see what else we got here. I have another starred message. I flashed it on the screen, but this one just came in here. Where's my sound at? Where's my horns at, man? Where's my horns? Our young players got to be better. We will win the Super Bowl. Listen, I think the Super Bowl is ours, man. I felt this way last year. Last year, I told you I would have bet my mortgage on it. During my 24-hour stream, I said I felt like it was destiny. I felt like the Niners were trending this way and the Chiefs were trending this way. And I was wrong. And I am not that guy that feels like the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl every year. I feel it this year again. Knocking on wood, fingers crossed, eyes crossed, whatever it is I got to do. I'm here. I'm crossing it all. All right. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to shake out. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I'll be along every step of the way. While I'm breathing, I'll be here. Okay? We'll see how it goes, though, man. JP Hellahard back with one more, man. All right, now. Hold on. 174 days. Hashtag take 6. That's right. We're not asking for it. It's not a quest. It's a mission. We are taking 6 this year. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, JP. All right. I did flash this comment a couple of times on the stream. I wanted to get to it here. David M., this is somebody who I think would appreciate some of my breakdowns on the Patreon page. Am I crazy for almost wanting to call Kyle a liar about Jennings being hurt? When have you heard a head coach ever not know exactly what a player's injury is unless it literally just happened? David, I got to tell you this, man. I hate to tell you this. I hate to be that guy, but Kyle doesn't know players' injuries all the time. He doesn't. Now, he did say it was like a what did he say? A core, quad, something like that. But he said it wasn't oblique. He called it oblique. He said it's not supposed to affect him long term. He should be back by next week, he hopes. So it's not a significant injury, and that's why you don't pay attention to it. It's just, hey, is this guy available? No. Okay, move on. You got to plan for the other 90 guys on the, well, with all the injuries we have, you got to plan for the other 70 guys on the roster. All right, you can't just harp on one guy. Is he available? No, and you got to keep it moving. All right, so the oblique injury to Juwan Jennings, that's what he called it. He did give us a name. He did give us the injury. He said oblique, but he said it's not believed to be significant. All right, but I like the way you're thinking, David. That means you're listening. You're paying attention. I like it. Dig deep, baby. Dig deep. Sean. Let me do it again. Sean. I'm not asking you to compete with yourself. I'm just saying so far throughout the year, he said, stop talking, Mike. You know me. I top me. Kyle testing coordinators. Okay, now see, now you're talking. Kyle's testing the coordinators. We've watched the Super Bowl. We've said, Kyle, why are you calling those plays? During the Super Bowl stream live, I flipped out overtime, 3 consecutive pass plays. And it would have been a 3 and out if not for a flag thrown by the officials. And when they showed the replay, I felt like we lucked up. Not going to lie to you guys, I felt like we lucked up. Someone should have been in Kyle's ear saying, hey, psst, Martha. Okay. Someone should have been in his ear saying, Kyle, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. You've now allowed Clay to do this 2 times in a row. And the play calls aren't terrible. It's still Kyle's play design. It's still Kyle's playbook. It's the order in which said plays are called. Let's be very clear here. This is not Clay Kubiak designing plays and calling his own playbook. It is Kyle's playbook being called in order by someone else. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And yes, he is testing these coordinators. 1,000%. I'm here for it. This is growth by Kyle Shanahan. This is growth. The sense of humor, the mustache, the mullet, the play calling. This old dog is learning new tricks. You can't be better by doing the same thing over and over. Y'all know the urban definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Well, Kyle, you've been through the Super Bowl 3 times with your play calling and your play calling only. And you've lost said Super Bowls 3 times with your play calling only. It's time to do something different, brother. And Kyle is doing it. He is holding his own feet to the fire because Jed York's not going to do it. Jed York says, oh, you want another contract? Here you go. John Lynch isn't going to do it. John Lynch, he better watch how he's talking in these pressers. He better be careful how he's talking on KNBR before Kyle puts some fire under him. Another story for another time. Tune into Patreon. Coming soon. You better watch out you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying than chalk. I'm just saying, John, tread lightly. This is Kyle Shanahan's team. And the only person that is going to check Kyle Shanahan is himself. That's it. There is no system of checks and balances here unless Kyle Shanahan allows it to be so. Don't believe me? Kyle Shanahan hired an outside defensive coordinator last year. Kyle Shanahan, by the end of the year, was overriding play calls from the same guy that he picked. Why? Because there is no checks and balances unless Kyle Shanahan says so. He is the checks and balances, and the only way he is going to get better is if he checks himself. He is trying. He is trying. I applaud it, and I'm going to give my head coach, who was wearing Jordans tonight, another round of applause because he's trying. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right. Let's get rid of the super chat. Got to get back to the pressers. I believe Brock Purdy is up. Sean, Paul, stop topping yourself. He said, you know me, I top me. Pause. Super duper pause. All right. But maybe top hasn't made its way to your, but it's a thing. And don't tell anybody you topped yourself. All right. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. I sincerely appreciate it. Let's get back to these pressers. All right. Quarterback Brock Purdy is up next. Where's my button at? Here we go. Let's hear from QB1. No competition, Brock Purdy.
Plays. How do you evaluate what happened out there during that time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good just to get out there, get a feel for obviously the game speed and getting hit and trying to go through reads and stuff and just get the feel again. So obviously it wasn't as productive as I'd liked to have been myself, but you know, that's why it's preseason. Get out there and get a feel like that. So I want to say about a week ago, got back from Nashville pretty early. So yeah, they asked me if I wanted to play and I said, yeah, I'd like to get out there and get a feel for it. So
I like that.
It's been good.
I like that. And that's a big question. I mean, that's a big answer to questions that we asked earlier. Kyle was asked also, with all these other starters out, why play Brock? And Kyle said, you know, I thought it would be good for him. It's something that he wanted to do. We wanted to be just one long drive, but blah, 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 blah. He kind of snuck in there. It's something that he wanted to do. And here's your confirmation. And this one, I believe in all sincerity. He said, they asked me, and I said, yeah, I thought it would be good to do.
So, yeah, they asked me if I wanted to like that. So,
oh, damn, I didn't need to rewind it. There it is right there.
I want to say about a week ago, got back from Nashville pretty early. So, yeah, they asked me if I wanted to play, and I said, yeah, I'd like to get out there and get a feel for it. So, it's been good. You know, I like just the way he calls plays and everything. And obviously it's preseason, so it's pretty, you know, our basic concepts and plays. We're not scheming up other defenses or anything like that. So having him get some reps of calling plays, I think is good for him. And I like how he sees the game and in the field and everything. So pretty good.
You said you didn't mind getting hit. I mean, is that just kind of the rite of passage that you look for in a preseason game? And then not only the hit, but you land on your throwing shoulder. So is there a hazard to that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at practice you're not getting that. You know, you're obviously you get a pass rush and all that kind of stuff, but to get out in the game and understand that, you know, there's a mental clock where you have to get the ball out or else you're going to get hit, or there's times where you do have to stand in there and take some hits. Like, that's the kind of stuff you can't get in practice. And so, honestly, it's those things that, you know, I liked just the idea of playing in a preseason game to feel again, you know, before the season gets here and everything. So it's good reps for me. It's a good feel for me as a quarterback. So, you know, I didn't mind it. You know, it's part of the game.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is the best thing Brock Purdy said or did all night long. Short round of applause here, by the way. Not the full one. Short round of applause. But that is the best thing Brock Purdy did and said all night long. The fact that we ran 11 plays with Brock Purdy and he threw for 11 yards is not good. The fact that Kyle called it 2 3-and-outs when it wasn't 2 3-and-outs, but that's just how it felt, is not good. But him saying that I needed to go out there and get hit because they don't hit me in practice, it speeds up the game clock, the play clock. Remember when I said Brock Purdy just didn't look like he was in rhythm? I said he left pockets early and all that stuff and blah, 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 blah. I didn't say that he was holding on to the ball too long, but the play clock just didn't seem – when I say play clock, I'm not talking about 32 seconds or 40 seconds. I'm talking about from snap to delivery. I'm talking about that play clock, the internal play clock in a quarterback's head. It just didn't seem to be there with Brock. And he just said it. He just said why. I've been doing so much at practice and they don't hit me. That clock doesn't exist. And if you guys read certain articles written by people, if you listen to podcasts by people who were at the games, or if you watch the videos of people who are at the practices, they say all the time, Brock Purdy completed a pass to so-and-so on what would have been a sack, right? They don't touch him. The players get close, they throw their hands up, and they run right by him. And he's allowed to finish that play. He delivers the pass, right? This is going to get him back in football shape. This is going to get the 3 steps hitch and throw. This is going to get the 5 steps hitch and throw. This is going to be, it's supposed to be a 7-step drop, but the pressure's coming, throw in 5 instead, right? Like, this is going to get him back in that rhythm. It didn't quite look right tonight. It's because he's been so comfortable in practice. They can't touch me. I'm not getting hit. There's no urgency. This is where he gets the urgency. Don't wait till week 1. So kudos to Kyle for allowing Brock to make that decision to get back out there. Because if he had said no when they asked him following the Tennessee game, he wasn't going to play tonight. He wasn't going to play tonight. So kudos to him. Great decision by him. That makes me all the more confident in this young man going forward. Let's get back to it.
Fans on social media didn't love you getting hit. You took 3 decent shots in the first 2 series. Do you have any thought at all, like, maybe I should duck out of here, not go for a 3rd series?
No, I mean, like I said, it's part of the game and stuff. So for me, I'm not out there freaking out about, oh my gosh, I'm not trying to get hit. I'm like, that's not football. If I'm stepping out in the field, then obviously I know what's at stake in terms of it's a physical game. It's fast. Things happen. You're going to get hit. You're going to fall to the ground. So I know that. But at the same time, am I going to do some crazy scrambling and make up some stuff to try to move the ball? So you got to be smart in that sense. So
17 practices in now, and a lot of offensive players have been missing since the beginning of practice, or some missing sporadically. Do you still think by week 1 you can really hit the ground running and be a sharp offense, or is time running out for that? Really good week 1.
Yeah. No, obviously I think we got to take it day by day and get guys healthy. That's the first thing. I can't just sit up here and tell everybody that, we're going to be perfect and we're going to look 100% come game 1. Like, obviously everyone's different in terms of their bodies being, healthy. And so, but from, the history that we have with guys rehabbing and getting healthy in our medical staff, they get guys ready. And I think, come week 1, we'll have a good majority of us ready to roll. So I'm pretty confident in that. And obviously the coaches are going to do some good scheming and stuff. And I think we will hit the ground running. So he's a baller, man. He makes plays, goes through his reads and brings energy, man. He's out there making plays and guys feed off it. That's football. It's not always going to be pretty and you drop back and everything's going to be perfect. Like, you're going to have to make plays off schedule and bring some juice to the team, and guys feed off that. So love having him in the room. And like I said, he's pretty electric.
I'm cynical. And I don't think there was anything wrong with the question. But they asked him, what do you think of Dobbs tonight? Dobbs was clearly the best quarterback on the field tonight. Kyle tried to say that him and Allen both made the most of their opportunity. Nah. The pecking order of quarterbacks tonight was number 1, Joshua Dobbs. Number 2, Tanner Mordecai. Number 3, Brandon Allen. And number 4, Brock Purdy. In terms of how well they did with the opportunities they were given. That is the order. That is the order. I'm not debating it. If y'all disagree, please feel free to type it, but you're wrong. But if you disagree, I do want to know what order you have it in. No hate, but you're wrong. Why you got to ask my man what he thought about the second quarterback? What were you trying to do? What are you trying to say? Did you see him? Did you see what he was doing with his legs? Are you going to adopt any of that into your game? What was the purpose of this question? What if Brock said, I didn't see it. I was helping Tanner get ready for the next series. I was helping Brandon get ready for that. Like, what if that was his answer? You know? Now he's think to himself, shit, I got to go back and see what he did that they asked me that question. I got to figure this out. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it. I'm going to shut up.
Do some good scheming and stuff. And I think we will hit the ground running. So he's a baller, man. He makes plays, goes through his reads, and brings energy, man. He's out there making plays, and guys feed off it. You know, that's football. You know, it's not always going to be pretty, and you drop back and everything's going to be perfect. Like, you're going to have to make plays off schedule and bring some juice to the team, and guys feed off that. So love having him in the room. And like I said, he's pretty electric.
Brock, last week you told me that Tanner could rip it. We got a chance to see him tonight, and I thought he looked pretty good. What did you think of his first performance?
Yeah, man. Awesome. To get out there, get into a rhythm, make, a couple good throws on the run, and he was in rhythm, on time, making good decisions, man. So to go out there, fourth quarter, you never know what's going to happen or what defenses are going to be doing at that point. But he went out there and ran our offense pretty efficiently. So I'm pumped for him, and I know that's going to continue to boost his confidence as he plays more. So pumped for him.
This one felt a little more innocent. This one didn't feel as loaded as the last one, because one guy was just flat out impressive. The other guy was everyone's first time seeing him. Well, not everyone, because the people who attend practice, right? But for me, for people like me, us East Coasters, we have no idea what Tanner Mordecai was doing in practice. We can read what we want to read. I've seen reports that say Brock Purdy is electric and the best thing since sliced bread. But what I saw was something different. I don't give a shit what they're doing in practice when they're not getting touched. But Brock talking about Tanner here, this didn't feel like the Dobbs question, is all I'm saying. This one felt like, oh, well, you gave an assessment of what you thought of Dobbs. Let's hear an assessment of what you thought of Tanner.
Continue to boost his confidence as he plays more. So, pumped for him.
Nick Sickell's kind of bounced around a little bit, center, guard. You've had kind of a front row seat watching him and being around him. How do you feel about how he's developed and taken on a couple different positions?
Yeah, I think Nick's ready for it. He's smart, like I said before. Obviously, he's learned from Brendel, and he's a guy that's come in and sort of earned the respect of all the guys in the room that he's playing with. And so, for me to see him go and play both center and guard and being ready for his number to be called, I think he's done a good job with all of it, and he's going to be ready for it, ready for his opportunity. And obviously, I got his back, and I know that he's going to continue to get better as we go and as he gets more reps. So, yeah.
On Friday, what would be a perfect preseason finale for you and stuff?
I mean, obviously, you want to get as close as you can to the feeling of how it's going to be week one, against New York, and getting your feet out there and that feeling of, putting a drive together, moving the ball, first downs, points on the board. I think that's what I'm sort of going to chase for that game. And I know we all are as starters. So that's the goal. That's the goal every time we step out in the field. But week one's rolling up closer, than we know it. So going to be ready for it. Thanks, guys.
All right. I believe that is it for the day. I don't think that anyone else speaks after Brock Purdy. I wouldn't want to follow the starting quarterback, except for in preseason. Baracha. Oh, wait. I don't have to say baracha. I literally have that sound effect. Oh, wrong one. There it is. There it is. So yeah, that's it, man. Listen, just a couple of quick takeaways. I got to get going. My brother is here, so I got to take him to his landing spot. But listen, man. Oh, and I smoked my brother in Madden today, y'all. I'm not a Madden player. Now, in his defense, it was his first time playing Madden 25, but he says he plays NCAA. And he said he's played old Maddens before. Y'all know me. I'm not a Madden player. I'm terrible. I did one live with y'all, and I got smoked, right? Like, I'm not good. But that man couldn't see me. He could. Oh, man, fumbles. Did I get a pick? Did I have an interception too? Look, he ain't got to answer. No. I changed it. I did. I was okay. He's telling the truth. I was playing on rookie. But Christian McCaffrey was getting off. All right. And his setting was on pro, right? He was playing on pro. Apparently that makes a difference. That does. It really do. Because as soon as you put it on pro, you try to air it out. It didn't work. Okay. He's saying it makes a difference. I don't know. I'll let y'all be the judge of that. But I got to get him to his destination. He just got here. He's in town from Georgia, so we got to do a couple of things here. So I'm going to wrap this up soon here. Here's what I want to tell you guys. All right. I talked about Brock Purdy, my disappointment with his play today. But again, newfound respect during his presser. It's good to see that he only wanted to get out there to get that game clock sped up for him. That in and of itself is worth it. I don't care how you perform in a game that doesn't mean anything. But if that's why you wanted to get out there, if that's where you find the value in it, Brock, then A+ for you. Absolutely love to see it. All right. The backups, QB2, as far as I'm concerned, has been settled. We'll find out what Kyle thinks based off of the pecking order next week. I'll get into that throughout the week, but it's not what you guys think. But the pecking order in which they start next week will tell you how Kyle and the team feels about the QB2 position. I will break it down as the week goes on. Stay tuned. All right. Jacob Cowing, welcome to the NFL, young man. I am excited to see what you are going to bring to the table. Okay. I'm not going to beat down those other wide receivers. All right. I'm not going to do it. We've talked about them enough. The run game, Schrader, you got to figure some shit out, bro. You got to figure it out. Heard a lot of positive things about you heading into the season. You are our resident GM, Tony's favorite. Well, I won't say favorite, but he's a guy that you're a guy that he thinks highly of. Do better for my guy, Tony. You got to look better for my guy, Tony. Because right now, I don't see it. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But I'm sorry. I just didn't see it. You can't come in here and finish the night with 7 carries and 15 yards. And if I'm not mistaken, Terradome said you had a long of 9. What were you doing the rest of the time? Because 9 on 1 carry means you had 6 carries for 6 yards. That ain't going to cut it. Not on this team. Again, run blocking wasn't all it was supposed to be cracked up to be. The offensive line can definitely improve. I don't care how happy you are with the production from the offensive line. They can get better in blocking. I'm no PFF. I'm not telling y'all what PFF says. I don't know what PFF is going to say. But I'm here to tell you the run blocking can improve. Has to improve and will improve when it's time to game plan. It will. It absolutely will. But this ain't it. This ain't it. The 49ers, through 2 preseason games, don't look like the team that is top 10 in rushing. I don't think we've run for 100 total rushing yards yet. 93 yards tonight. What did we have last week? I don't know. Y'all look it up. Y'all tell me. Did we break 100? No, we didn't. Matter of fact, I could tell you we had 68, and the only reason I remember that is because one running back had 34, and I remember the rest of them doubled his production. So I don't even have to look it up. 68 yards is what we had last week. It's 150 yards in 2 games. That's what we do in 1. Normally. Ain't going to cut it. Not going to get it done. Not our standard. And while I understand that it's preseason, It's not game design and all that. I do get it. But 1 yard a pop is not Niners football. Sorry, but it's not. Some improvements were had on the day. 4th down efficiency, the Niners were 100%. 3rd down efficiency on the defensive side of the ball. When the defense was facing the opposing team's 3rd down, people aren't going to talk about this because they're not looking at it. I'm looking at it. Where's my round of applause sound? Shout out to our defense who was getting smoked on 3rd down. This week, they improved. The defense only allowed 1 3rd down conversion on 11 tries. Y'all earned it. Forcing them to go for it on 4th down 4 times. Now, it's bad because they converted 3 out of the 4. You cannot allow teams to convert 75% 4th downs. So I got to boo y'all for that. All right. Sorry, not sorry. Got to boo it. All right. 75% 4th down conversions is insane. It is insane. Can't allow it to happen again. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. We got in the backfield a couple times. Put some pressure on the opposing defenses. We had Rattler looking rattled all night long. Love to see it. Love to see it. Only allowed 19 first downs tonight. Love to see it. We got a fumble. We forced a fumble tonight. We had a turn. Man, hold up. We had a turnover tonight, y'all. A couple of quick things that I noticed here. Darrell Luter Jr., not your best game, bro. The one good play you made, you didn't do shit on it, but run with the receiver. The one good play you had was that PBU in the end zone where you didn't even know the ball was coming. Your body just happened to be in the right place at the right time. You had a flag. You were handsy. You were grabbing. Darrell Luter Jr., we have higher expectations for you. There's a lot of people that were waiting for you to come out here and show up this year. Don't let those people down. I'm not writing you off. I'm not saying your story is done at all by any stretch. That's not what I'm saying. But there's more in that tank. We need to see it. Next week is a big week for you. Okay? Samuel Womack. Ups and downs, ebbs and flows. We got to see some consistency, big dog. I've been somebody that was pulling for you early in your career. Couldn't figure out why they benched you. Come on, man. Got to get better. You got to improve, man. You got to improve. Oh, and did y'all see my man from Jersey in the backfield? Big Tig 2 weeks in a row. Huh? Jersey, stand up. Huh? Trenton, New Jersey, too. Let's go. My hometown, my stomping ground. Let's go, baby. Yes. Big Tig in the backfield. That boy's going to be special this year, y'all. That's without the start. That's without Fred. That's without Greenlaw. That's without Bosa. That's without Hargrave. That's without Collins. That boy was out there doing his thing. That's without Ward. That's without Lenore. He was out there doing his thing. Ooh, he's going to be so nice this year. He's going to be so nice this year. Watch out for Jair Brown, y'all. Watch out for Trenton, New Jersey's own Jair Brown, y'all. But the biggest round of applause that I have to give tonight, it's not Jacob Cowing. It's not even to an individual. It's to a unit. The special teams, ladies and gentlemen. The special teams unit. The special teams unit, which had an F grade last week. An F. They were terrible last week. The return teams was bad. The coverage units were bad. Just nasty, just bad. Minus the one bad kick from Moody, the missed field goal attempt from Moody. Minus that, we looked so much better in coverage. the return game, punting. See, a lot of people are going to forget that Harvin was punting last week also. He ain't looked so hot. He ain't looked so hot last week, and he did a lot of punting. He ain't looked so hot. Nowhere near as consistent as what we saw tonight. He had that backspin working, bro. I'm going to pause this comment before I even say it. Well, matter of fact, it was one of the first comments I saw in the chat tonight. Let me just scroll up to the top of this thing real quick. My man Terra Dome held me down. He did me a favor. Let me see if I can find this comment real quick. He gave me a couple pre-pauses to start the show. Huh? Pause in advance. There it is right there. He posted this at 11:23 before he even joined the show. Pause in advance. I'm going to say it now. Harvin's stroke was killing it tonight. Pause in advance. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Huh? The consistency in those kicks was incredible. Incredible. Come on now. Come on now. Special teams, complete 180. You go from an F to an A, and that's including the missed kick. That's including the missed kick. You'd had an A+ otherwise. Special teams was damn near flawless tonight. Special teams was so good that there are people out there who think Ronnie Bell has a future on this team because of special teams. I'm not saying that they're wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is even Ronnie Bell looked good on special teams. That's how good our special teams unit was tonight. That's what I'm saying. Our special teams was so good that it made Ronnie Bell look valuable. Take it for what you will. Salute and respect to the QB2 in my book, Joshua Dobbs. I thought this was his job to have from the time we signed him. We'll see. I'm all about the competition, but we'll see. Okay? Defense, y'all got to get better and be more consistent, but it's a lot of y'all out there. The rotations are crazy. I don't know everybody. I can't say all the names. Missed tackles. Leslie said it when she first spoke. The missed tackles are still an issue. And some of these guys in the secondary got to learn to shed blocks. I saw these guys getting run down the field way, way, way too much, man. Way too much. We'll break this down more throughout the week. I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for rocking with me. Shout out to everybody who joined. My man with the last comment of the night here, Terra Dome, one of the first, one of the last. I appreciate you, brother. Y'all make sure y'all go out there, find his page as well. Terra with the A and the E, not the E and the O. All right? Make sure y'all get out there, find my man. David says, take it easy, Mike, and the faithful. All right? I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. I enjoyed bringing it to you guys. Again, early morning show for you guys tomorrow. Members and Patreonians coming to you guys live. Maybe I'll even open up phone lines. All right? Give y'all a chance to express how y'all feel about your team. And I'll try to be mindful of the East Coast and West Coast thing. I'll try to work something out. All right? I'll try to find the right time to do it. I will. But I got some appointments to keep. I got things to do tomorrow. All right? So I will talk to y'all soon. Patreonians, you guys have a pre-recorded episode coming to you guys. It will not be live, but I broke down two, not one, but two KMBR interviews that we got this week from our head coach and our GM, the real ones, not the resident guys. The real ones for the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch spoke on KMBR last week, and I broke those down. Again, it's going to seem old because it's preseason game too. But still some really, really good nuggets in there. John, you better watch your mouth. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking. All right? I'm going to get out of here, though. I love you guys. I will see y'all soon. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain. But always remain faithful. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but niners.